everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. And ladies and gentlemen, we are 12 hours away from the new year. So since this will be my last video for 2024, I'd like to wish everybody a very safe, happy, healthy new year. And I hope that you're careful tonight. Remember to be careful while driving out there, because there are people on the road that maybe they've had a few spirits, they might be intoxicated. So you have to travel tonight. Please be careful. If there's anybody around you that they're intoxicated, please don't let them drive. Call them an Uber or have them call a family member or a friend to come pick them up. Just a few minutes of time is worth the effort. So we're doing a retro react today. And this retro react is something that happened 3 years ago. This retro react is a bit special because this is the origin story of Shantal doing constant live streaming. It started with this very first live stream that she and Peetz did on New Year's Eve. During this live stream, Shantal and Peetz, they were hanging out together. They ordered pizza, all kinds of food, spirits. Shantal had her vape pen. She streamed for over 6 hours and she made, I believe it was $800 gross and about $600 net. So she made quite a bit of money. And because she made quite a bit of money, the light bulb went off in her head. You know, why do edited videos when I can do live streaming, make so much more? I can get the Google AdSense money, plus membership signups, plus super chats. It's a triple win all the way around. So we're going to go over the New Year's Eve stream, and I'm going to give my thoughts as well as show you guys some stuff that I've seen on Twitter and keep you guys updated on the Twitter stuff. So why don't we just start there? And we're going to go into the Twitter peeps. All right, everybody, it's time for the Twitter peeps, and I've got everything all set up. So let's just switch on over there, because there's all kinds of interesting things on Twitter, including stuff that I didn't dive into the rabbit hole, but the rabbit hole found me anyway. And it has to do with Amberlynn Reed. For those of you that watch Amberlynn Reed, I'm sure you've seen some of the drama with Amber. So there's all kinds of drama circulating around Amberlynn Reed and Tommy, Emily, or as they know her on the Feedy site, Walnut. That's the name she used, Walnut. So quick story about that before we get into the foodie stuff. So I guess you all have heard around the way that Amberlynn Reed had a video that she did. You know, the crumble cookie video. Well, information has come out that that video got leaked by Tommy, because Amber and Tommy were part of the Feedy community, and the rabbit hole is dark and it is deep, y'all. I was like, what? I mean, I know a lot about the Feedy fetish, but I didn't know about a certain aspect of the Feedy fetish. According to what I've read, there is a subfolder to the main folder called Hucow, which is short for human cow, where the person in question acts like a human cow. And they either get milked or they do videos featuring cookies and milk. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting, dark rabbit hole. So this video was made by Amber and posted by Tommy. She had an account where she was offering the video for sale to people. A few people that paid for the video got the video, but there were a lot more people that got ripped off. And so the Feedy community is not happy with being scammed, but we'll get into it when we get into it. But let's get started with some of the various stuff on Twitter, shall we? So Saeban says, Girl World is such a poop show. I love it. Now here, remember what I talked about Amber? This is courtesy of Carrie Lynn saying, okay, here's what I found so far. I'm still trying to authenticate some things. However, what I've looked into so far has seemed to be true. This is all alleged, of course, and there's more to come. So here's the post that somebody put up. Let's see. For those who are wondering about the cookie video that's being posted to Twitter, the cookie video was posted to Twitter because Amber's girlfriend charged a bunch of us money for it on Feedy, took it down after only sending it to like 5 of us, and left more than 200 people scammed out of their money. Then she deleted all of her Amber and other Feedy content. So this person says, hello, a bunch of people in our Feedy community are angry and seem to be posting about you all. And I even saw people pretending to be me, but I posted it because I'm tired of Walnut being Emily. Walnut was the name that she used in the Feedy community. I speak both Lithuanian and English, and I had to caption telling her happy birthday, Smelly Piggy, on Twitter because that's what Emily posted her Hucow premiere as for Amber on her birthday on Phoebe, minus the smelly part. Hucow is a part of feederism where the feedy acts like a cow to pleasure the feeder. They typically eat dairy if they aren't lactating, and the typical things you eat with milk like cookies and cakes, etc. It pays more than a normal feedy dance or session or role play. Emily is in the U.S. in Wisconsin, but she has reached a very big Hucow feedy community across ponds. Any sweets Amber ate on camera were given access to us by Emily, who goes by Walnut before she deleted her goods, and she gave us content with her drinking milk with the sweets each time. If you think this is bad, wait until you see her video making mashed potatoes, mixing the milk in, and taking off her clothes, dipping her finger in the milk onto something on her chest. Emily got big money for that. So whatever profit she makes next, Walnut was just the latest one, that video will be backed by popular demand. The Crumble video was simply retribution for all the money they took. Don't scam people. Emily, Gray, and Amber, you are willing to sell it, and if you try this again, people will pay more for the download and put the others on Twitter. Wouldn't want to expose Walnut's genius Feedy ring, would you? So let's go back for just a minute. Emily, before Amber, had a girlfriend who was over 1,000 pounds. This girlfriend was in the hospital, and then she unfortunately passed away. But while she was with the girlfriend, she and the girlfriend were part of the Feedy community and were, showing different content. The girlfriend is gone now. Emily is with Amber, and isn't it something that Emily, Walnut, is with Amber and encouraging Amber to do the Feedy content? Isn't that something? Isn't that something? So Emily, Walnut, you're over there trying to portray yourself as a good person. Obviously, you're not. You're encouraging your new girlfriend after your old girlfriend passes away, encouraging the new girlfriend to do the same content for the same reasons that you had with the old girlfriend. So explain to me how you're a good person if you are encouraging somebody to do this kind of content for your own financial benefit. I don't think you'd have an answer for that. I'll wait, though. I will wait. Okay, moving on from Amber for just a moment. Nature is amazing. Whoever thought to put a turtle on a mini skateboard is a straight up genius. Yeah, that turtle's just getting up and going. And the cat's confused, thinking like, I thought turtles move slow. Why is this one moving so fast? It doesn't make sense to me. Okay, there, and this is from Kristen. So Amber has been on a bit of a foodie beauty-like tear. She's been raging on her community post, and I also heard that she went into Oh Lordy, It's Jordy's chat. It was making a complete fool of herself. She got blocked. She got blocked. Like she was just doing the most in Oh Lordy, It's Jordy's chat. And I have seen Amber in Foodie Beauty's chat. So tell me you need attention, Amber, without telling me you need attention. You're all over the place. You're not focusing on just your channel and your content and trying to be more entertaining. You're in all kinds of people's chats. And you're over there doing Feedy content. You and Emily, just putting that together. You're doing your thing, aren't you? Yeah, okay. So here are some of the community posts from Amber. She's saying, I think people forget that the copyright system is a thing. You know, when it comes to official sites like OnlyFans, you can get a DMCA takedown if the stuff is posted on their site. But if you're selling it privately, not through a site, I don't know if you can get a DMCA takedown. I'm not quite sure how that works. But like you guys were selling the video for what, $14, $15, and then you turned around and you scammed people. Look, I am not in favor of the Feedy community, especially the extreme size. In my opinion, it's self-harm content. I mean, there are Feedies that they don't take it to the extreme, but there are those that do, and it's not good for oneself. It really isn't. So, but scamming people, no matter who it is wrong. Amber goes on to say, you literally lie about everything, Jordy. I don't care if you have opinions, but constantly lying isn't cool. Yeah, she was just going off on, oh Lordy, it's Jordy, saying, calm the heck down. I'm not striking anyone, but dang, stop spreading false information about me. He says, you do break terms of service. You call me a whale almost every single live stream. You couldn't put all of this into one post, Amber. You're like Foodie. You're doing the most. Are you trying to pick up some of her habits to bring drama to yourself? Because despite the fact that you've got a big channel on YouTube, people are not as interested as they used to be. Just feel lucky that you're on YouTube still able to make money. I've seen your content, and there's a reason why I don't react to it. It's just freaking boring. You're worse than Foodie, in my opinion. Okay, so moving on. True Seeker says, talking about Foodie, this is the stream that she did yesterday. She never talks about them, never. She talks about them every live stream. I feel that this is a fake rage for views and holiday money from ads. Did Natter ignore her, or did Peetz reject her from his inheritance? She's taking it out on her beezers for no reason. And this is courtesy of a Pulpy as well.
That's another thing that's psychopath. How am I thinking about my ex? Like, F off. Get a life.
You can't talk about somebody without thinking about them. If you're talking about them, you're thinking about them. And something happened last night. A part that I missed. And I missed it because my react was 4 hours. And I'm sure some of you were happy about that. And some were like, good God, Rose, how much time do we have over here? And I get it. I get it. You can only watch what you can watch. We got things to do. But I wanted to capture Foodie and all of her rage before she deleted it. And I honestly did not know if I was going to be in the halfway middle point when she did that or a quarter. I was just trying to capture as much as possible. So that was my thinking. But yeah, you do think about nads all the time. And the thing that happened near the end of the live stream, girl, we know exactly where you were. You were at the outhouse. And those of us from way back remember what the outhouse stood for. You had this weird fascination with an outhouse, not because you had to go to the bathroom. It was a pickup point for certain substances. And apparently during that live stream, there was somebody behind you flashing their lights. And as soon as you saw the flashing headlights, you ended your stream. Also, when you went to the outhouse and you came back, you were acting mighty funny, like you were under the influence of something. And there's a lot of things out there, a lot of party favors. But what could you take in the outhouse that could hit you just that quickly? Like within minutes. I can think of a few things of a stimulant variety. Could be of a powder variety. Could be of a smokable in a pipe variety. So what exactly did you do in the dark? When you came back, you were acting weird, mama. You were.
Life.
Girl, it's all you've been talking about for the last like 40 minutes.
Right.
This guy abused me for years,
Oh, shut up. He did not.
and I don't have a right to like be pissed that they're still.
You know what? We covered this yesterday. We don't need to cover it again today. All right, this is courtesy of Peggy Hill. So everybody's been noticing something's weird with Shantal's mouth. Nobody knows exactly what's going on. It could be any number of things. But here is some information courtesy of Peggy Hill Pegatha. She says, being the super extra qualified armchair physician that I am, diabetes can be associated with facial drooping due to Bell's palsy, a condition that causes sudden facial paralysis or weakness. Bell's palsy, a common cause of facial paralysis that occurs when the facial nerve is damaged. Symptoms include sudden paralysis or weakness on one side of the face, often accompanied by ear pain. Bell's palsy can occur at any age, but is more common in people with diabetes, pregnant women, and people with upper respiratory illness. Recovery usually begins within 2 to 6 months, and most people regain full facial function. Diabetic peripheral circulatory disorder, a disorder that can develop in the blood vessels that feed the facial nerves. This can lead to microcirculatory insufficiency and edema, which can cause the symptoms of Bell's palsy. Nerve degeneration. Diabetes can make people more prone to nerve degeneration. Risk factors for diabetic neuropathy include poor blood sugar control, long-term diabetes, kidney disease, being overweight, and smoking. And Shantal does all of those things. She checks all of those boxes. She has the poor blood sugar. She's had long-term diabetes, kidney disease, being overweight, and smoking. She's got all of it. Facial exercises can help with facial droop, including laughing, stretching the mouth, stretching the eyebrows, and moving the lips. So, just something to consider. Something you should look into, Shantal. This is cute from Punch Cat. She has a hoodie. Look. What a beautiful tortie. What beautiful colorings. She's precious. Absolutely precious. Tweet T says, they could have a temporary marriage that can be ended by just him willing it to. She has become far too comfortable doing as she pleases, despite his efforts to reel her in. She forgets he has a family he can turn to. He is not going to starve or be homeless without her. No, he doesn't. And the rumor on the street is that Salah's former friend Allah has said that Salah's father has actually found Salah a bride. I don't know if that's true. I don't have receipts, but that's the rumor, that Daddy might have stepped in and found Salah a real bride to get him away from Foodie. Girl War comments, this has to do with Amber, saying, Emily, Amber, Danielle, Brittany, Abby, Erica, Alexis, you can threaten us, we will always come back. So I guess these are all of the transactions or such. Let's blow up the picture. These are all the transactions, I guess, from selling stuff. Premier, Amber attempts to get inside my truck. Bet yes, she tips the passenger side. $7.99 only, 24 hours to see her smile and struggle. Watch it go down. You know, can I just say this, Emily Walnut? You had a girlfriend. 1,000 pounds she was. And she passed away. You went to her funeral. You were laughing. And then before she's even cold in the casket, move on to the next. You were moving on to Amber even before she passed. And you're going to turn around and do this crap with somebody else? And I'm not saying that Amber is innocent. She can say no to this kind of content. She can say, hey, my health matters more. But, you know, she's persuadable. Did you persuade her to do this? To get into the Hucow or Feedy stuff? Is that what you did? Well, you're a real prize, aren't you? Instead of making your own money, you're making money off of other people and the stuff they do. Disgusting. Truth Seekers says about Shantal, so did she go with Peetz and she's not supposed to go? That's haram. But when does she ever go to the bookstore alone? Credit no madness. Let's watch.
Yes, coffee is a business expense. If you look at it in the very technical sense, it is. I don't even know. Some lush. I went to a bookstore.
And the only times I've ever known Shantal to go to a bookstore was because of Peetz. Because he likes to go to the comic book store. Back in the day when they lived together, on occasion, she would drive him to the comic book store for him to get comic books. He liked to go to the comic book store, not her. So, like, you just gave yourself away, Shantal, that you've been spending time with Peetz. True Seekers says, who did Shantal leave with tonight? It's clear she was waiting for someone to pick her up. When they turned their brights on, she looked back and said she had to go. Is she back to her old ways again of paying men? She was very strange tonight, especially at the end. So here's the clip in question.
Yeah, Bear, it was so nice to see you guys. Hey, vamos. Vamos!
And she was extra last night, wasn't she? Very energetic. Normally, Shantal is very sluggish. And again, as someone that I'm a longtime watcher of Shantal, I can only think of one thing that would make her energetic and like up, up, up. Yeah, that. So what did you do, Shantal? You took something. You had to take something. You were like extra. You gave yourself away by being extra, extra. And who is that person behind you with the headlights? And I bet you were at the outhouse too. And we know what that means.
Every cat gets fleas. No, they don't. Not every cat. But some do, yeah.
And isn't it something? Let's put the pieces together, y'all. So Shantal came online last night in somebody's car. By the way, Shantal, somebody in French Fry Girls chat said something that was very, very true. So credit to that person. I'm sorry I forget your name, but full credit to you for bringing this up. You mentioned the car that you were in as being a rental car, but it's an older rental car. Most rental car companies, they don't have cars as old as the one that you were driving around in. Like they can't have cars that are beyond a certain age. So trying to act as if you spent $1,200 on a rental car, girl, what? That doesn't even sound right. I think maybe that was your aunt's car. That was somebody's car, but that was not a rental car. And how are you going to do a rental car without a credit card? I don't think you're allowed to have a credit card. So the math ain't mathin'. But let's put the pieces together. Shantal did her stream last night. She was extra. She drove in the car somewhere. The feeling is she was going to the outhouse. And the feeling also is she was on something. And then during the live stream, somebody shows up and they've got their brights on. This is not as if somebody drove up and they have their brights on, they turn them off to go do something. They just sat there right behind Shantal when they didn't have to. As soon as they show up, she's like, I gotta go. So what are the odds that she went to the outhouse to pick up stuff for herself and her little party buddy? And that's why she said she's taking a longer break. That a lot of the rage was nonsense. It was just her way of making a little bit of money before she goes off to party with you know who. You know, let's put everything together. I can make money. I can go to this drop-off point. I can pick up the party supplies. When the stream is over, I can go directly to his place. Under the guise of it being a longer break. Shantal, we know you better than you know yourself. You are too obvious, mama. Too obvious. I bet dimes to donuts I know where you are right now. That you went to the outhouse, picked up some stuff, from somebody, because as I've said before, you can't go to Club Natter without an admission fee. You can't show up empty-handed. You got to have something in hand, whether it's food or chemicals or something, alcohol. You're probably partying with him right now.
Yeah, that's it, Jarella. They say he shaved his face because he has fleas. They're so stupid. I know, right, Boogie? Right. Don't forget to check your email. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
You know what, Shantal, you doing this? I'm getting kind of a flashback in time. Something else you did when there was a big storm in your area and it knocked out power for a lot of people. And then you went on your community post telling everybody, me and Peetz and the cats, we have to get a motel. And you were shamelessly asking people to send money to your PayPal. Even though you and the cats and Peetz, y'all didn't have to go anywhere, that you were in no danger. You wanted some extra party money to go play with Nats, hang out with him. So you used the fact that there was a storm that knocked out power as a reason to scam people out of money. You made the post, and as soon as you made it, you were hightailing it all the way to Montreal. You probably figured on the drive, people are going to be sending me money because they feel sorry for me. And Nads was doing a live stream at the same time. We heard your keys in the door. You just walked right in. This kind of feels like that.
She found your location. Bear, it was really good to see you and hear you. Your voice and face has been a part of my routine for 4 to 5 years now, and it's not the same without you. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, see what I mean about her acting extra? She's being extra loud, like just extra. Extra. Like, what are you on, girl?
Thank you. People don't get fleas. That shows how dumb they really are. Exactly.
This. When is the last time we've seen this, Shantal? We haven't seen her in a long time. We didn't see this Shantal back in Kuwait. We only see this version of her in Canada, where she's got access to all her stuff.
Okay. But I agree with you, babe. And see how the whole Beezers agree with me? They're so nice people. Yeah, that's true, babe. Hey, Mina.
You see her finger flying all over the screen? That's her block finger. She's blocking people.
Whose headlights are these? I'm going to knock you out. I'm just joking.
She's way energetic. Shantal, did you take some math or some powder? What did you do?
It's winning on a. Hey, newbie. Thank you, Bear. Thank you, guys. You're so kind. I love you guys.
Yeah, look at those headlights. They've been sitting behind her for a good 5 minutes. Why would somebody just pull up behind somebody and shine their headlights like that? That is not normal. And for someone who hates to go out in public, who's afraid of people, quote unquote, stalking her, she doesn't want anybody to see her or talk to her or take pictures of her. She's in the middle of nowhere. She is a woman. She is alone. She doesn't have any pepper spray, nothing. Imagine being a woman. You're out in the middle of Canadian wilderness and you see a car pull up behind you and just shine their lights and just sit there. Would you be comfortable enough to get out of your car? She's not afraid when she should be, unless she knows who's pulling up behind her. Just something to think about. Tat Von B says, so, do you think the rumor is true that Salad's dad has found him a Syrian bride? I don't know. I think Dad might have found him a real bride. I don't know if Shantal and Salah are really married. My guess is they aren't. But even if they were married, all that Salah has to do to divorce Shantal is say, I divorce you, I divorce you, I divorce you. It's just that quick. It's just that fast. I divorce you, I divorce you, I divorce you. I think Dad might have kicked in the door to straighten out Salah and said, you want to be married? I'll find you a real bride. Someone who won't bring shame to the family. True Seekers says this is when she started to become erratic. Whatever she took was slowly working in her body. She became even more manic after she got out and tried to claim she went to the outhouse because she had to go and came back sniffy. Yeah, we remember this, Shantal. We didn't call it Crackhead Olympics for nothing. It was nuts. The mood swings. We could hear her off camera sniffing something, even doing it in the bathroom. There's a reason why we call it Crackhead Olympic, because it was chemical fueled. Yes, it was. All right, moving on. Oh, I guess she changed the title of the live. Gracie Goose says she changed the title from I Miss You. So the new title is Miss You, but I'm Not Well. This is sad fishing. She is emotionally sad fishing, emotionally clickbaiting people. Because she wants her beezers to be concerned for her, to watch it and go, what's wrong with our queen? Is she okay? Why is she sad? Emotional sad fishing. And some of you beezers fall for it every single time. Sinatra says, methinks the snow has returned. I agree with you, sir. True Seeker says she's 100% high. She went to the outhouse to pick up her chemicals. When she came back and she was high. What chemicals act that quick? I can think of a few. How did Salah not see her behavior that wasn't normal? It's giving snowflakes. That's why she's in Canada, visa run. Well, she's on a visa run. There might be a possibility that she's wanted to run back to Canada. She might want to run back to Kuwait. I don't think that's going to be successful because you can't do e-visas online and just to spend $1,200 on plane tickets just to go over there and fill stuff out. You might be rejected. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But going back to the party favors, I could think of a few that would act that quickly. Some of a powder variety, some of them of a smoked variety. A lot of math going on there. And how did Salah not see her behavior that wasn't normal? Because some of the things that she's doing in Canada, she wasn't doing in Kuwait. She was never in recovery. She was just dry. Dry meaning you can't get at what you want. But once you do, you're going to overindulge. And it's exactly what she's doing. So she came back to Canada because she had nowhere else to go. That's why she's staying with family and friends. Because she can't get a motel room. She's not going to spend the money on a motel room. And she also came back to partake in party favors. And in my opinion, to spend time around Natter. Because he's been popping up with all kinds of new groceries. I wonder where that money came from. So, let's see. Girl World comments, and this has to do with Amber, saying Kiwi Farms already confirmed that the Crumble video was sold from Emily's Feedy account that now is deleted for a little over $12. So Emily over there farming out Amber to make money. Nice, Emily. Yeah, you're such a catch. You are such a good girlfriend. I guess your former girlfriend passing away that didn't teach you a lesson, maybe that fetish can go too far. Guess you didn't learn. You just found another one to carry on with business. True Seeker says, comparing what is normal behavior last night to how she became erratic and manic quickly later, and then comparing the other manic time when she was yelling, monsters, monsters. That was before Salah. This isn't cannabis. No, because cannabis, it relaxes you. I understand that there are different strains of it. There's sativa, there's indica, but I don't think she was on cannabis. I really don't think so. But let's watch the clip.
Divorce incoming. Oh, sure. Give them more Give them more stuff to go on, babe. Give them more stuff. Go. Yalla. Right? Divorce era? You better be joking.
Ooh, yeah, in the chat, Salah mentioned getting divorced. And that kind of freaked her out. Or at least that's the way she was behaving. With Shantal, you never can tell because she's such a big liar. Sometimes she'll say things just to get people riled up, knowing the reaction channels are going to talk about it. So I'm not basing my thing on what she says. This is more of a wait and see thing. Don't talk about divorce, Salah. Actually divorce her. We will know when it happens because she will have a complete meltdown and tear you to pieces verbally.
Joking. Don't put that out. Yeah! Babe, I just want to scream really loud to let out all my frustrations.
Manic behavior. Big time. Big time.
Okay? Ah! Start a crazy rumor. They'll believe it too because they're stupid. Ah!
Sorry about all the loud screaming, y'all. I told you she was extra.
Hey, Jillian. So yeah, I thought I'd just like have a little bit of time. Thought I would, go live, and then I don't know.
Yeah, the difference in the behavior when she started the live stream and then when she ended, it's like that you switched real quick. Like you just became so energetic, you didn't know what to do with yourself.
Like when I'm going to be back on again, or when I'm going to publish my videos.
Again, this is more baiting people. I don't know when I'm going to be back on. I don't know when I'm going to punish my videos. Just trying to create a sense of I'm going to keep my audience feeding for more. Feeding for more what? Your videos are boring. Your lives are more boring. What exactly are they going to watch for?
But I have a few made anyways, but not that many as much as I thought. Hey, YouTube. Whoa. Monsters, 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 monsters.
And this was her at the outhouse.
Let out all my frustrations. Okay? Ah! Start a crazy rumor and see who runs with it. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'd say she was on something. Okay, Alice in the Mirror, that has to do with back to Amber for a second, says we just got to see a peek into the Feedy fetish community. That's what this is. I think ALR and her girlfriend have ticked off those who have access to her real fetish stuff, not just YouTube B moments. I bet Foodie Beauty is doing the same kind of vids for that site. Explains where her money comes from. You know what's funny is that Neo Tarot has picked up that some Foodie or Patala or maybe both of them, she said that they might be doing some OnlyFans type of content. So it wouldn't surprise me if Foodie is on different forums with different names to disguise herself, but she might be on different forums making money that way, as well as doing the cameo stuff. She might have different roads that she's partaking in, doing that kind of content to make money. I mean, I feel that's the bulk of her income anymore, not YouTube. Like she started making a lot of money in the Feedy community, and Foodie's lazy. She's not going to keep up both. If one is making more money than the other, and especially very quick, she can get it instantly, she's going to lean more in that direction than YouTube, because we only get paid from YouTube once a month. So YouTube money is just whatever money, but the Feedy money is like the bigger bulk of her income. So it seemed now that confirmed Amber and Shantal are part of that community and making money. True Seeker says, no one in her chat asked why she was behaving this way. This isn't normal. It's sad to see that when she says she's changed. When? Where? She says that the reactors ruined her ability to go live at her mother's or aunt's house, and that's why she's there.
Funniest name ever. It's 31. 12 in Kuwait. Oh, yeah. Okay, what's your favorite, sweet love? Play Crazy Frog. Yeah, Bear, it was so nice to see you guys.
And you know what, Shantal? If you respected your family, if you respected their privacy, as you should. When it comes to your mother, you are her daughter. When it comes to your aunt, you are her niece. They are your relatives. You shouldn't be disrespecting their personal space. If they say you can't stream here and they are being gracious enough to let you live there for a while, to have a place to stay, so you're not out on the street, if all they're asking is don't stream here, you should respect their wishes and not get salty because you decide to break the rules and you get busted.
Guys, I really. Hey, vamos. Vamos.
Yeah, it's really weird how she always acts as, I've got stalkers. I can't go out in public. But here's this person behind you with their lights on, not scared at all, not driving off.
Every cat gets fleas. No, they don't.
Okay, we've already seen that. Let's move on to the next. All right. And this is something you don't see every day from Nature is Amazing. A bull in Brazil taking his drunk owner home. That's a good bull. That's like a bull Uber. The bull is acting like an Uber, saying, I'm taking you home. Like just that's a good bull. Must be a good owner for the bull to act like that. The bull cares about the owner. Let's see. Are we caught up? We're caught up. Great. It didn't take an hour and a half. Wonderful. So we're going to stop here and move on to the retro video. And this is courtesy of the channel Truth Is. You guys can see this was posted 3 years ago. I will leave a link for the original video down below in the description. But this is the origin of Shantal streaming all the time. What you're about to see is her first ever live stream, and it happened on New Year's Eve. And because of the money that she made and the attention that she got, she was instantly hooked. And all she wanted to do was live stream all the doggone time. So let's watch.
Strange she seemed to hold her jaw, and it reminded me of the time she took aim at Charlie Gold for the way she speaks.
No, that's not true. It's not too many people. So,
Real life, friends have called you out for not contacting them with your problems and bringing them to the internet instead.
also,
Let's back
why
up.
in the world? Why do you care so much? I know I'm curious, like, why you feel compelled to help me with this life coaching advice.
Do you see her eyes? I know there's like a gray, like a black and white filter on. She's got the Gat No Glitter eyeshadow on. She's sitting in a room and she's high as balls. You can tell by the way she's talking. Because Truth Is says that's a normal speed. She's high as balls. Her eyes are like blasted. So 3 years ago, Shantal was in Canada doing her party favors, partying with herself. This was the life that she chose to live. Nobody forced it upon her. She lived her life exactly the way she wanted to. This is what she wanted to do with her time. And you guys saw the clips on Twitter. She's back in Canada. Back to doing the party favors, apparently.
Like, why me? Why do people feel compelled to, you know? Are you going outside? Or, I think reaction channels, you're also stuck inside, reacting to me being stuck inside.
Girl, what did you take this night? You are slowed down.
We're in a loop together. Oh, shit.
I think this night she might have been on some, shall we say, magic mushrooms. She has some special mushroom tea.
Good gracious, this stream was a mess. Watching her talk here, I thought how strange she seemed to hold her jaw, and it reminded me of the time she took aim at Charlie Gold for the way she speaks. I don't know if I'm just projecting this idea, so let me know if I'm way off base here.
My name is Charlie.
For 7
Please consider
patrons.
subbing before you exit this video. And in today's video, I'm reacting to Foodie Beauty's.
This is September 7th, 2020. Deleted live stream Charlie Gold reaction.
10 burger challenge.
I'm sorry,
Every
this might be mean, and it's not like a dig at her looks, but it's like,
It's not a dig at her looks, but I'm going to take a dig at her looks regardless.
why does she talk like this? Thank
Why do you talk like you talk? Why do you talk as if like you're 4 years old?
you for subscribing to my channel. You know how like some people talk and they like show all their teeth?
up through Twitter, she ate 7 out of
She
the 10.
ate 7.
I believe
Can I mean, while we're on the subject of how people talk, why do you, as a 40-year-old woman, talk like a 4-year-old? Dad, and bell. Oh, I can't stand that. It's so gross. Why are you infantizing yourself? Do you think it's sexy for Salah? Because it's not. You're not turning him on. Why do it? Do you know how stupid you sound when you start talking like a 4-year-old?
if I searched it correctly, each burger
Can you believe she's eating 7 cheeseburgers?
I know. I watched their videos. I don't know. Like, I'm not used to having people having this type of a relationship with people. Or is it any type of shouldn't
Look, she is slurring bad.
be a relationship, right? Because it's there's too many people.
And let's remember what tonight is. Tonight is December 31st. Shantal could go live by herself, maybe make a little bit of money, spend time with her beezers on New Year's Eve. But if she's not going live, I wonder why. Either A, you can't go live because you're at your aunt's house or your mom's house, or B, because you're at somebody else's house and you're partying with them. And if you turned your camera on while you're with them, it would prove to everybody, it show absolute proof that you and Nada really aren't enemies. They've been in cahoots this whole time, although we know it already.
An audience. No, that's not true. It's not too many people. Memberships only is not too many people. What, Maggie? Curvy cutie earstone? Oh, I think that Ventolin helped.
Like, this was Crackhead Olympics, y'all. For those who missed it, it was a lot. It really was a lot. Like this right here. This is what you're seeing. We saw a lot of this from Shantal, her being just effed up on chemicals. Effed up. Especially with the edibles. Because she went from 200 milligrams, 300 milligrams, 1,000 milligrams, 2,000, 3,000. The amount that she was taking was stupid. And that is on top of, she was smoking the green all day long. All day long. But all this slurring nonsense that you guys are getting right now, believe it or not, this wasn't the worst. The worst was when she would take way too many edibles, just pop them in her mouth like Tic Tacs, and then 45 minutes later, they're all ganging up on her, and she couldn't even talk. She was literally incoherent, practically passing out on stream.
Well, what do you mean? I don't. Why do you get to define what my life is? Why do you get to say we have a life, but you don't have a life beyond this? What do you mean I don't have a life beyond this? That's so like invasive. Like, as a comment, you don't know shit. You really don't. You think you do, but you don't. You really don't.
Shantal, when someone like yourself comes on camera and you stream 8 to 10 hours a day, every day for a year straight, You know, you watch a person, you listen to a person, you pick up on their habits and the way they do things. You kind of get to know them a little bit. Granted, we are not there in person, like person to person contact, but like you kind of pick up on who that person really is just by watching them, by the things they say and the things they do and the things they show you.
And anybody who knows me, oh, Shannon, if you're here right now, anyone who knows me personally will fucking back that up 100%. So you're gonna eat that comment.
Shantal, you have streamed your life to YouTube for the last 4 months. Hundreds of hours of your life, all lived in front of an audience on the internet like some strange Canadian Truman Show.
Now, I just want to give you guys this was 3 years ago. Her videos were doing a lot better.
Hundreds of hours of you sitting on the side of your bed, or on your couch, or in the rolling computer chair you've made permanent in your kitchen. You've eaten hundreds of meals on camera, told dozens of personal details about other people on camera, filled in your bald spots with shake on hair powder 24 times on camera. You've done everything but sleep on camera, so carefully climb down off that high horse of, you don't.
Speaking of sleeping, Shantal got the idea a while ago. She only did it once. She got that idea from a Twitch streamer to do a sleep stream. She thought, oh, I can just sleep on stream and make money. So she planned a 12-hour sleep stream. So she got up, she told the Beezers she was going to do a sleep stream. So she started up the sleep stream. She laid in her bed, and the entire time she was watching the chat from across the room, like just kind of being incognito about it. She was watching the stream to see if people were throwing money at her. And within 4 hours, she quit the sleep stream. So she's always looking for passive ways to make money, where she doesn't have to do much work.
Know me. Because we don't have to see every minute of your day to comment on the hours of it you've shown us.
Right.
And please don't bring any more people into the online life you've made. At this moment, your audience on YouTube has spent 25 times more time with you than anyone you know in real life.
Facts. Facts. Oh my God, that is so true. Wow. You're not wrong. Girl World has probably spent more time with Shantal than Shantal has spent with her family by far.
You'd have to spend a solid week with those people to get close to the number of hours your audience has spent with you these past 4 months. And lest you forget, your real life friends have called you out for not contacting them with your problems and bringing them to the internet instead.
This camera, by the way, makes my gums look different color than on the other one.
You mean, this camera doesn't have the pretty filter.
Sorry, what did it come out as?
331.
I think it was 3:32 15 minutes ago.
Peetz said, you knew your weight already. Stop playing.
15 minutes ago. So,
she sat here for almost 20 seconds, picking cat hair off her tongue, breathing, looking at the camera, reading chat. But just still and silent, arms crossed and discolored.
you feel fresh. Let's see what it tastes like. Poor Pete. Is he eating with us?
I muted her chewing because gross. Peetz brought the food up, unpacked it all, and got the beast a fork all while she texted on her phone. She never thanked him, of course. But the coy, oh isn't he eating with me, act is transparent. His food is sitting on the counter behind her, but he had to go back downstairs when a package was delivered. It is her package, not his.
Yeah, she basically used Peetz as like a errand boy, like for whatever. If she went over to Natter's, she left the cats with Peetz, and he was like the cat sitter. She would order takeout several times a day. It was his job to go get the takeout from the front door, although all she had to do was just go get it her doggone self. Like he was like her whatever person.
It's a scallop and shrimp croquette. It's so flavorful. I can't explain it.
Just leaving it over here.
Let me see it.
Her attitude is cold and off-putting. No friend wants that aimed at them.
Yep, he just went to go get the food. She didn't say thank you. Okay, let's move it along a bit. Here we go. Well, this is the New Year's stream. Here we go. We're getting to it, y'all. Okay, let's go back to a different time long before Tinder, Mr. Math, and Ozempic and see how weird and crazy she was on live stream. All the way back to New Year's Eve 2020, January 1st, 2021. So basically, it's 3 years ago, y'all. This was the start of all the madness. This was the start of her obsession with live streaming.
New Year's Eve was as you rang in 2021.
We're going to put the ball drop on when it gets closer. Someone let me know when it's, hi, Marissa. What are you doing for New Year's, girl?
You can drop these balls. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, geez. Shut up, Peetz.
Peetz, we're not 5, okay?
Says Miss Toilet Humor.
Mine has pepperoni, olives, mushrooms, feta cheese, and green peppers.
French Fry Coral thinks your dress is beautiful with your complexion.
Thank you, Goral. No judgment on New Year's Eve. Oh. You guys like my dress?
No.
Especially this year. I mean, come on. No judgment for how we ring out the end of this goddamn year.
Calm down, P.
Yeah, but what? There we go. I'm gonna go get ketchup because I like ketchup on my pizza.
You're a goddamn weirdo.
Stop saying goddamn. So the thing is I was gonna get Diet Coke, but then I read, I don't know if this is true, that Diet Coke raises your blood sugar too. So what the hell's the point of drinking it? It tastes like shit. The only reason people drink it is so that it's diet, but it tastes like crap. Does it not?
Welcome to capitalism.
Yeah, I think the only reason why she made so much money this night is because it was the live streaming thing was brand new with the Beezers. They were excited, like, oh, we get a live stream from Shantal. This is a first. This is new. So she made a lot of money this night. Yes, she did.
What does capitalism have to do with this right now?
Like, it wasn't because you guys can see, it wasn't because this stream was entertaining in any way. They're just sitting there drinking alcohol, eating food, like just talking about nonsense, like nobody cares.
Because corporations straight up lie in order to get people's money.
Oh, that, yeah. Now we're going to be here until our balls drop. Haha, no one's laughing.
Because I already made that joke.
You did?
Yeah.
When?
I said drop these balls.
It's not
One moment, you guys. Okay, let's keep going.
funny when you said it.
I muted the chomping.
It's funnier than when you said it. Mine was way funnier.
It's behaving. You're being, you'll get copyright struck. What if it's a transformative video? We can sing.
Lip sync video, yeah. People love those lip sync videos, right?
No, not when it's from me.
Please don't sing. And don't pick up that sarcasm Peetz dropped. That's disgusting, looks trashy, and isn't cute. Your lungs hate you.
Okay. I've had enough.
Along with the vape, she's having rum and coke tonight.
Yeah, this was just the beginning. She went from the THC pen to the edibles to other things. It just kept getting progressively worse.
Chill Cal Lo-Fi? Peetz, get off MySpace. Sheila Kelly. Are you on MySpace?
I don't think I was on MySpace when MySpace was a thing.
Why do people say the weird shit?
Side note, Tom from MySpace is the only tech bro who matters.
Tell us why, Peetz.
I hate Tom.
You know what? Tom sold MySpace for a ton of money and then just fucked right off. He didn't try to turn MySpace into some sort of
a little sidebar note. I don't know how many of you were around during the times of MySpace. I remember being on MySpace. MySpace was actually pretty cool. I liked it. You could like customize your profile and add pictures and songs and stuff that would pop up as soon as people popped up your profile. It was pretty cool. And then somebody else bought it and then they ruined it and then it was over. I remember MySpace.
Into some exploitative crap.
No complaining for the new year. That's your New Year's resolution.
Nope.
Not gonna happen.
Don't take away one of the few joys I have.
Her breathing was so bad just 6 months ago, but less snotty.
I don't like this chill hop music. It's boring.
Well, see if you can find something that's more interesting.
That's non-copyright?
Yeah. I'm sure there's videos that are similar to this that are just...
Like, she wanted to monetize his stream, but I'm not quite sure why she would play the music, since that would cut out the monetization.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, like classical music. Do you want to listen to Beethoven, guys?
Doesn't necessarily have to be Beethoven. Doesn't necessarily have to be classical.
How long do you have to be dead before your music becomes copyright free?
So much of the night is just the same. Her staring at the phone screen and silently reading the chat. And of course, monitoring what Peetz is doing.
Yeah, she just sat there the whole night, eating all the food, drinking alcohol, smoking out of her vape pen. There was nothing exciting going on this night. Absolutely nothing.
Hi, Gossamer. What are you watching?
I was pulling up a thing of video copyright free music. Just want to see it.
When is it midnight?
Another hour and 18 minutes.
Beethoven? I would listen to Beethoven. You want to?
20 minutes ago you hated the idea. Shut up.
Beethoven's Fifth?
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
No, stop that. Pause screen to read my little tangent.
And I've decided that there's going to be like a couple days during the year where I'm going to have a couple drinks and maybe a bit of smoke. So I don't think this one night will do too much. You know?
A preview of things to come. I'm just going to take a couple of nights and do a little vaping and do a little drinking. And then it turned into every night. Lord have mercy, it turned into every day, every night. She was never sober. She would go to bed high, wake up and smoke as soon as she opened her eyes. It was crazy. It was nuts. And Shantal, I'm going to tell you something that I observed during Crackhead Olympics. Like, you became so obsessed with subs and money and making the most money that you kept raising the bar on yourself, and you did it rather quickly, just looking around for anything controversial to bring in the drama, to cause the drama, just to keep everything going. And I knew even back then that you were going to hit the ceiling eventually, where you had done everything you could do, said everything you could say. You would exhaust every idea and way to be offensive, to be shocking. Those of us in girl world, we saw every part of your body and didn't ask to. You would come on camera flashing everyone. We saw your boobs. We saw your butt. We saw your jewel box. We saw it all multiple times. Nobody in your chat asked to see it, but you wanted to show it off to somebody. You just kept doing more and more and more. And at the end of Crackhead Olympics, you didn't know what else to do because you hit the ceiling. So what could you do to be shocking? You had to take an opposite route and put your clothes on versus taking them off. You didn't put your clothes on because you realized that you'd acted entirely a fool with Natter. It was about the next guy. and wanting to be with him, be around him. So you did what you had to do, and you put on what you had to put on to be near him. And boy, that was a disaster.
Oh.
This night could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Since he's spiraling into a spiral of alcoholism.
Like, Spirit is telling me to tell you something. Every time you get with a guy, you put on a new personality. Your personality changes are like costumes to you. You know, you got a whole rack of personalities, like suits and dresses hanging all in a row. And depending on the guy that you're around, that's the suit you put on. You tailor that suit to what you think you need to wear and what you need to be around a guy and be accepted, or at least to have his company. You're not yourself. You know, you're like a chameleon, just changing your colors and changing yourself to be around a guy just to have some companionship. It's quite pathetic, actually.
Dang Peetz. Savage. She looks uncomfortable and bored, not crazy and wild. She's monitoring the chat as they get blocked by her mods.
Yeah, you guys don't have to be too strict with the deleting, because I don't really care. Like, I don't know. I'm not in a bad mood. It's like, all depends on my mood. You know, if I'm in like a normal mood and I'm not psychotic, nothing bothers me, honestly. But
Boy, a lot has changed, huh?
if I'm in a really bad mood in life and then I go on YouTube and see a dumb comment or something, I just like, you don't know how many fucking times, this is personal growth, okay? You don't know how many bitchy friggin' rants I've typed on my community post and deleted it after. I didn't even post it. Like, I wouldn't hit publish. I would just write it and then delete it and then write something calmer.
I believe it. Your posts were great though. Could you please bring them back?
Serendipitous Sarah, still waiting for Peetz to move to the US for me.
Nope.
You'd probably be more likely to come here than the US. Good night.
Like, I don't remember this part. I do remember there was what was her name? There was one girl allegedly that was talking to Peetz, that was interested in Peetz. And here's the interesting thing. Shantal, she lost interest in Peetz a long time ago. They were involved in a relationship for a long time, engaged to be married. They lived together even before the villa. She cheated on Peetz. She basically ruined him financially. Always getting money out of him. But there was one woman that was into Peetz. Y'all want to hear the balls on Shantal? So Peetz put his name on the dotted line for them both to move into the villa. He was the one he's the tenant of the apartment. Shantal never put her name on the lease. And yet she felt free to tell Peetz, you can't bring girls here to the house. Bossing him about and telling him you can't bring girls back to spend time with to the house that your name is on the lease and not mine. And he actually let her get away with it. She brought Natter over more than a couple of times, but he couldn't bring girls over. He wasn't allowed to bring female friends over if he had any. She didn't want him bringing girls over because it would make her jealous. You weren't jealous, Shantal. You were controlling.
Night, Morgan. Thank you.
Moving to the US. I like having health care.
Tell Peetz to tell me what is in his heart.
Nothing. There's nothing.
There's just a lump of coal in his heart.
Muscle and blood.
Soon, Kiki. I'm almost done cleaning my room.
That's a lie.
Muscle and blood and probably some fat.
Yeah, fatty deposits. Leave it monetized. Oh my god, I have almost $230.
That's so tacky. You're doing the live stream and you're pointing out to people how much you're making. Why? Bragging much?
Thank you, guys. Thank you, each and every one of you. Didn't have to.
That is a full day's pay for me.
Gotta keep track of the time.
We got like an hour.
And she's telling him, keep track of the time. You've got your phone right there in front of you. It shows the time on your phone. Why are you telling him to do stuff?
It's not even 11. It's 10:55. How much do I make an hour? Yeah, $230 is like 2 days of work for me.
What? Holy shit.
Maybe not 2 days, but it's no.
You're in the wrong
Why not?
business.
Apparently. $230. Yeah, that's.
But I'm thinking, I was telling Peetz if my channel is like successful, or at least if it stays the way it is, even that would be nice. Like just to have some interest in my channel. If people still have an interest in me, maybe in 2 years or even a year, if I do well this year, maybe 2022, if everything's okay with COVID, maybe you could leave work if it's financially possible, which it might not be, and we could do like vlogs of like doing different things, traveling different places.
So I told you guys before that when Foodie and Peetz moved in together, at that time, Peetz had a job. That's how they were able to get into the villa in the first place. The fact that Peetz had been working for a long time, he had a job, he had good credit, and that's why Foodie latched onto him. When her and BB broke up, she had bad credit, bankruptcy on her record. Renters don't look favorably upon that. She latched onto Peetz on purpose because his financial situation looked a little bit better on paper. So they moved in together. He still had his job. He was still making money. And Shantal kept hounding Peetz to quit his job. She wanted a co-host so bad. She was after him. And you guys just heard. They're doing this New Year's live stream. And she's still trying to urge Peetz to quit his job and join her on stream. And then something happened with Peetz's job. He got laid off or fired or something. And he wasn't working. In the moment that he did not work anymore and he wasn't making his own money, Shantal had full control of Peetz and she took advantage of it. And here it is, 2024, about to be 2025. Peetz had a job, was making money, and then like a moron, he decided to quit. Don't know why he did, but he did. I'm sure he's regretting it now. If I were him, I'd be begging to get my job back because jobs are hard to come by. But when you're around Shantal, Peetz, you make the worst decisions. The two of you are so codependent on each other. But that was Shantal urging Peetz to join her on camera. And yet when he did, the energy was awkward. It started out awkward. And then she started rolling her eyes at Peetz whenever he'd walk in the room and put out the vibe of, why are you here? So you urge the guy to quit his job, Shantal. And then when he does, like you're just going to cast him aside like you do to everybody else.
That things turned out like they have is wild. These plans went nowhere.
Like little adventures, because I think it would be fun for us to experience things, and I think that would be enjoyable for people to watch. Because like I feel claustrophobic and I feel cabin fever for you guys, always filming in these walls,
Wow. I haven't seen this stream in a long time. She claims to be claustrophobic being in the villa. I feel claustrophobic in these walls. At the same time, she spent a year crack at Olympics just streaming from her room. Nonstop.
6 months later, she only leaves the house to go get groceries or to starfish on the floor mattress.
Right.
How quickly plans change.
Right.
So, like, wouldn't you like to see Peetz and I walk down Broadway? Wouldn't you like to see me? I can't even walk around my friggin' parking lot without being out of breath. Wouldn't that be cool to see?
And this was 3 years ago. So right about this time, Shantal is in the 400-pound range. And at that time, 3 years ago, she was already having trouble breathing and walking. Can you imagine how it is now? 200 pounds heavier?
See me walk all the way down Broadway? I think it would be for me. Yes. Do you want to start an OnlyFans?
No.
Why?
She was trying to get him into all kinds of things. Oh, stream on YouTube with me and do the OnlyFans stuff. Like, she was trying to get him in deep with her. And it wasn't Peetz's thing. It was Shantal's thing. She was configuring everything to get attention and money for herself.
What would I do on that?
Well, you could do sexy poses and some tidy whities.
For the love of all that you hold precious, thank the stars he didn't start an OnlyFans. Though Shantal is clearly an expert lingerie model, I don't think Peetz could have pulled these poses off.
The ladies would pay.
No, absolutely in no universe would they have paid for that.
Right?
Your chat is crazy, and your cough is disgusting.
Come to Kansas City. I have an extra bedroom. Thank you, serendipitous. I should have known it was you.
Yeah, it was so weird. Shantal did not have a interest in Peetz anymore. Like, she was not physically attracted to Peetz at this point. Like, they were just, friends. Friends that had once been in a relationship with each other. And yet, weirdly, if somebody expressed interest in Peetz, she would get jealous. Like, she couldn't stand for anyone to get attention other than her.
Thank you so much. You really like Peetz, huh?
You're jealous as shown Shantal.
There you go, Peetz. You have a fan club. These women are hot for it. Okay.
Extra,
No more of that.
an extra bedroom so they can misery me.
Misery?
Look at that smile on his face. Look at the smile on Peetz's face. You could put the troll face on top of his face and it would work. He's loving the fact that somebody else is looking at him and giving him attention. And he loves the fact that she is openly jealous.
Good grief. The Shining is her favorite movie, for
Oh,
goodness
cool,
sake.
Valerie.
You know the Stephen King story? The Stephen King movie?
Oh, Misery. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't thinking for a minute. I won't break your ankles, promise. I might tie Peetz up, though. Thank you, serendipitous. I hope your YouTube lovers keep paying to talk to you. I'm just joking. I'm kidding, Sarah.
That's gross.
For someone who hates capitalism, Peetz sure likes money. You don't really care about money.
Because we live in a society.
This is a side issue. I'm just going to throw this on the table. So before Shantal and Peetz moved in together, she put him in debt. And there might be a possibility that maybe one of the reasons why Peetz agreed to live with Shantal and take her on is because, one, he knew that she had a YouTube channel. And the agreement was that she would pay the bills and pay the rent. All he had to do was get them into the place. Number two, Peetz knows Shantal. If she owed him whatever amount of money, he knew that she would not give it back to him. That she wouldn't walk up to him and go, okay, I owe you X amount. Here is a payment towards that amount. Maybe he felt the only way to get the money out of Shantal was to kind of like live off of her, to kind of like get payment for that debt. So I'm just making up a number. Let's just say she owed him 30 grand. The only way to get 30 grand out of Shantal is to live with her and make her pay all the bills and the rent. And every month, whatever money was spent, his half of the rent, the bills, the groceries, that would come out of what she owed him. Although I don't know exactly how much money Shantal has taken from Peetz, what she owed him, but whatever the amount was, I'm sure in the time that they spent together that, given all this she paid for, that amount was more than settled up.
Peetz, I'll give all these donations to you tonight. They're yours.
That's a lie.
Lies.
Nah.
Jeez. He said no to money. See? He's anti-capitalism. See?
Now, he just knows better than to ask for anything that you have.
Do you have any love advice?
Who's asking these two about love?
Always pee after sex.
Life's short.
Ew.
Just dump them.
Wait, what was that? Say that again, Peetz. What'd you say, sir?
Who's asking these two about love?
Always pee after sex.
Life's short. Just dump them.
Tell us how you really feel, Peetz.
Peetz, are you going to kiss that beautiful best friend of yours at midnight?
Hell no.
Yeah, we don't do kisses on. I don't kiss anybody on New Year's. We both don't like being touched or kissing, right?
That's a lie.
Women agree with me. It fucking takes what? What? How much does it cost? How much does it cost? And how much time does it take?
Yeah, so like this is interesting. Like I said, I haven't seen this New Year's stream in forever. So you just saw her like 3 years ago saying she doesn't like to be touched. But yet doesn't she talk all the time about how much she likes to cuddle with Salah and how she likes to cuddle with Natter and like just cuddle up together and she likes to be kissed. So which is it, Shantal? Do you like to be touched or do you not?
To look your girlfriend in the fucking eye, stop her dead in her tracks, grab her by the shoulders, grab her face, look her in the eye, kiss her gently, like really soft and slow.
Shantal, you wanting these things is normal. But the fact that you want these things and you are not willing to change things to where you can be a female that a man would want to do these things with is mind-blowing. Like you want a man to take his hands and run them over your face. At the same time, you don't take a shower. You don't bathe, which means you probably smell. You want a man to kiss you gently. At the same time, you don't brush your doggone teeth. They're nasty. Probably got hair growing on your tongue, girlfriend. You want all kinds of intimacy and contact, but you make it your business to be as offensive in smell and appearance as possible. And I'm not talking on your pounds and the shape of your body. I have known some big queens that are queens. They look good. They smell good. They're curvy. They're gorgeous. You are not that. You are as offensive as possible, yet you want the contact. If you want a man to touch you, if you want a man to kiss you, you've got to be worth kissing. You got to be worth touching. Ain't nobody going to kiss somebody with stinky breath. Ain't nobody be cuddling up with or touching a person that's got nasty, dirty, unbathed skin. Come on now. Put the shoe on the other foot. If you were with a guy that didn't brush his teeth, didn't bathe, stunk to high heaven, would you get turned on by that? No. Then don't expect a man to feel that way.
So she gets the time to process it. What's your Twitter, Peetz?
Give me a second.
I made $294.68. Thank you guys for the super.
Wow. Why are you saying that on stream, you tacky beast?
Chats. There's 3 days worth of pay for you.
That's gross.
Mullet, no.
This music is totally vibing way more than
Wink.
I muted part of this endless question time.
You know, and I'm thinking about this right now. I think part of the reason why she did the New Year's with Peetz, she needed companionship, sure. But during this time period, if she was trying to persuade Peetz to quit his job, to leave his job so that he would be a co-host with her on YouTube, like if they made money this night, especially a lot, that would tempt him to let go of his job and the money he was making and join her on YouTube. And then she would get further control.
Watch how Shantal tries to wrest attention back to herself. Chad was having fun with Peetz. Anytime she left the room, it was up to Peetz to entertain the audience. And he did, but she'd come back and expect them to immediately shift focus to her, then get annoyed when they didn't.
Can you date me? Probably not. You can do better.
Yeah, she doesn't like sitting off to the side. Look at that face. Look at this is great. This is so great. Look at that face. Look at it. Look at it. Look, y'all. Look at that face. Look at her face. Look at that I am not pleased face. I love that for her.
Favorite Sailor Scout? Venus.
Just watch her here. It's awkward.
Mine is Mars because she's a bitch. But he says I'm Sailor Moon and I don't want
She is absolutely Sailor
He talked over her. Go, Peetz.
Moon.
Sailor Moon is a brat? Yes, she is a brat.
Yeah.
These clips are all in order, as they happened through the 5+ hour stream. So these Q&A times with Peetz happened a few times. Every time, Shantal behaved the same way upon her return. It was uncomfortable each time, and her attempts to catch the attention seemed to get almost desperate. Maybe I'm reading into it too much, but watch her as she comes back each time and let me know if I'm reaching. I'm not trying to defend Peetz here, to be clear. He's annoying 99% of the time, but he's the only person near her to compare behavior to.
I am probably autistic. She is probably not.
Why do you say me now? People don't ask if I'm autistic, do they?
Are you guys autistic?
Oh.
What the heck kind of response was that, Shantal? You looked offended, like you thought Peetz just decided to add you to the autism talk for funsies. You know he's painfully honest, so why on earth would you assume he wasn't simply directly answering all parts of a question? No apology, of course.
Favorite Madonna song is probably Cherish.
Do you bleach your eyebrows? No. Do not bleach your eyebrows.
Look at her. She's desperate to get the attention on her. She's like, I'm going to do something to get attention. I'm going to sit here and like dance around and stuff next to him. She's acting like a toddler. Like, when is it my turn? When is it my turn? When is it my turn? It's giving me that vibe.
Can I see? Yeah.
Why
Sure.
are people asking weird questions? They're freaking me out.
Where to start with Star Trek for noob?
I'm kidding, guys.
Honestly, it kind of depends on what kind of trek you're looking for.
But does rum go with water? Sorry.
Honestly, Discovery is just fine as a jumping on.
Yeah, Peetz can be a bit boring. More than a bit. He tends to ramble. That's what Peetz does best. He rambles.
But,
We should dance.
I don't dance.
Yeah, but we can. We have a whole dance floor here. You guys want to dance?
Does Sarah bleach her eyebrows? I have no idea who Sarah is.
Oh, one of these, Sarah? I have no idea.
What did
Are
the
we
deleted
dating?
message
No.
say? Annie, we're gonna read it. Hold on. Shit.
Apparently, we're not going to read it.
It's protected us.
People want us to dance? No.
I'll dance. What can we dance? What can I dance to?
Do the chicken dance.
I'll do anything it takes. Just watch me. Yeah, she does not like sharing the spotlight at all.
Actually, dancing is a lot of exercise, and I'm too fat.
Favorite adaptation of Sailor Moon? Honestly, I watched the 90s version. I watched the original
Running
Japanese, but with English subtitles. That was how I first watched it.
Wait. Everybody go get a shot right now and tell me when you're back with your shot. Whenever you come back with your shot, put a 2 in the chat. If I don't see it, let me know when people say 2.
Okay.
Because you're right in
Xbox or PS5?
Xbox.
Honestly, I don't.
And I love that. I don't know what Peetz is, if he's socially oblivious to the fact that Shantal's annoyed or he just doesn't care. It's her live stream. He's like the co-host, but she did leave the room and said entertain people, so he did. But he's all in the camera, and she's like, okay, I left you for 5 minutes to entertain people. Go back to the side now where you belong. And he is just purposely just sitting there.
Really watch. I don't
We
know.
don't have.
How often do I shave? Almost never. Macarena?
See, and I've always found that curious about Shantal. You're weird, Foodie. You're weird because of your zest, your fever, if you will, to find a co-host. You want a male co-host. You're not going to pick a female co-host and do stuff with, which you could easily do. You know, go out with friends and whatnot. It's always a man. So you pick a man to be your co-host, and then shortly after picking them, you're bored with them. You get annoyed with them. You get jealous if they get a little bit of attention, they get a little bit of views. It's like you want them to come on camera with you, but they're supposed to be like a piece of old furniture that you can shove to the background when you don't want it there. Like they're not supposed to get attention at all. You're supposed to get all of it. Well, when you do stuff that's just not you, You got to share the spotlight sometimes.
People got their shots. What are you taking a shot of? You're lying. Don't whisk out on me now. This is rum and water because I can't stand any more soda.
I'll take a shot of soda.
It's too sweet. Okay, bottoms up.
She got the attention she wanted, so all is happy now.
I am not a furry.
I want to like freaking have an orgy or something. I just want to be around all kinds of people.
What do you say after her saying something like that? What? You know what? Let's just keep going. I'm going to leave that alone.
I don't mean like orgy
Well.
sexually. I mean like, you know, like I miss like human interaction. I never do. Serendipitous Sarah. I'll beauty bite you and Peetz at the same time. Sarah's on my ass now.
Okay, what is this? See, Peach, you just wanted to get to me, so she used you. Better looks next time. What?
Sure, Sarah, sure.
Did she say she beauty
Thanks
bite
for
us
paying
both?
our rent this month.
Did she say she was going to beauty bite us both? Wow.
Yeah, the money talk is very uncomfortable, very tacky.
Sarah needs to chill. It's okay, Sarah. At least she's spreading love, right? I'm not drunk, but am I tipsy?
Yeah, I don't think you're even tipsy yet, honestly.
Do you remember some weird shit I used to do when I was drunk? I don't.
I remember the time you got mad and put that wig on.
What?
Crying because I paid for this wig, I'm gonna wear it. That ugly blue wig you
Oh
had.
my god, the blue and black wig. It was nice. Oh, sure, you can have a crush on Sailor Mercury with the blue hair. Blue hair. But me? No.
You cheated on him repeatedly. Why would he crush on you, right? Dirty cheater.
I forgot about that. What else?
You get weepy.
Oh yeah, I would cry every single time. Not anymore.
Yeah, you start crying about Feeders.
Oh my god, I'm like the stereotypical worst drunk. Feeberts was my cat before BBJ, and his name was Sam. And I used to cry about him when I would get drunk. You're right, like bawl. Oh,
Yeah.
poor you.
You'd also get aggressively horny.
Shut up. Shut
Oh
up.
my
Shut up.
god. Jeez, tell the world, why don't you?
I just did. It's on the internet now. That can't be taken back.
No.
Well, that doesn't sound good. Aggressively horny. Creepy.
I hate it here.
I hate it here too.
Go upstairs first.
Where are you going to get piping hot tea? Dance for us. Yeah, I wanted. What should I dance to?
Please don't dance.
Let me have another shot, and then maybe I'll get on the table and break it. That would go viral, wouldn't it?
Probably.
Missed opportunity.
Was Peetz a good lover? No, I'm just joking.
Wow. Dude. Somebody asked, is Peetz a good lover? She said no. Then just joking. So why were you with him in a relationship for as long as you were? You just stayed with Peetz if you didn't think he was a good lover.
Don't kiss and tell.
But you just did.
Well, that's a big stinky lie. You tell too much, about more than just kissing. Nobody wanted to see these drawings, but you showed them anyway.
I'm only drinking this one night, and then I'm not going to be drinking for like another, maybe till my birthday. Maybe have a few drinks on my birthday.
She drank a lot during Crackhead Olympics. Way more than she should have, especially as a diabetic.
Well, we all know how the birthday went. Thanks for the weird time, Frank.
Okay, so for those who are wondering, what is this? Allow me to give some context. This was on her birthday, and it was later revealed that this person who's sitting next to her, Frank, was a co-worker of Peetz. And Frank met up with Shantal during a live stream. Shantal had her camera running, obviously. And all that Frank did was buy her some, I believe it was boba coffee. But Frank really wasn't interested in Shantal. He really wouldn't look at her. He kept his eyes glued on the chat. So the caption is her birthday with Frank, who ditched her after this and kicked off of Tinder.
She should have had drinks instead.
I feel like I'm in a club, but I'm like with this music, like in a club with loud, like this kind of music, and I'm like only like got a crappy buzz. You ever get a crappy buzz? Like no matter how much you drink, you don't get really buzzed. Like I'm gonna turn. You ever do that? Like somebody is like hitting on you and you just want them to stop, so you act all gross. Now I take preemptive measures. It comes out both ends. And I had a skirt on. I had a G-string.
Oh, Lord, the story.
Oops, forgot to warn you. Gross stuff ahead.
You know what? This is New Year's. We're not going to get into the gross stuff that have to do with the story about what she did with the couple. Let's move on.
Just saying. You know. Oh, your burp smells like pepperoni. Sorry. I'm farting just for that.
I hate it here.
Is someone singing in Times Square right now?
Probably. Send me back to the wall. No, I shouldn't have to wash my hands.
Huh?
I don't have to wash my hands to after touching my cat.
She's trying to be included, but she can't hear him, so it gets weird.
I only wash my hands when I poop.
You don't even do that, Shantal. You drip dry. You told us about that.
Thanks for sharing. You're gonna put on Auld Lang Syne, right?
Good lord, that was a toddler move if I ever saw one.
Peetz, are you crying? He gets teary-eyed a little bit.
I'm not teary-eyed.
You are.
I'm not.
If we're watching Sailor Moon, he gets teary-eyed. It's sad! It's okay.
What a dick.
I'm not making fun of you. Scottish is his heritage.
Yep. My mom was born and raised in Scotland.
And she still sounds Scottish.
Yeah. Especially when she's happy Christmas.
Yeah. His mom is seriously one of the awesomest people, I swear.
Yeah, she's really cool.
She's really cool. Happy New Year, Lamira. Sensitive. We stand sensitive. Pizza is very sensitive.
I am.
You're more sensitive than I am.
There are so many shows that have made me.
I don't care. You're both trash. For the way you treated those cats, you're both trash.
Tear up.
Hi, Penny. Peetz can't really do a...
I can't. Honestly, I'm not really good at a Scottish accent.
Amberlynn. Well, you can try. Me neck. Me. Is she on here?
One moment. Okay, I just stopped for a minute to get something to eat. Let's continue.
She might be. I'm not sure if she's logged in or not.
Are you there, Sherry?
She did see me.
They are so stupid. How many times did she say his mom's name? Stop blaming trolls for digging up info. You give it up freely in these streams. You put so much out there, it's irresponsible and reckless.
Doing it? I did a shot. You taught me how. Well, that was the tequila.
Yeah.
Everyone say hi, Peetz's mom.
And look at that side eye. So there was a girl that was giving him attention and she was hating it.
Is that Sarah? No, I'm just joking.
My mom's name is Shireen.
Seriously, shut all the way up.
Yep.
So Shantal and Peetz both complain about getting doxxed, but at the same time they dox themselves.
Shireen, Shereen.
Why would you do that? Why would you spell your mother's name on the internet? Why would you tell your mom's first name on the internet, Peetz?
For fuck's sake.
Baby-sized bottles of Sprite.
You had like 8 Sprites today.
That was my first.
Really?
That was literally the only one I had.
Oh, wow. It took you forever.
I've been nursing it since 6 o'clock.
It took you forever.
What a weird thing to notice.
That was the name that she had first. She started off as Casey.
Yeah, he doesn't like saying my weird sayings.
Yeah. I don't do the nicknames.
He won't even say Beezer. Nasty pizza. Look how cold that is.
Matches you perfectly.
It doesn't matter right now. This is why we don't smoke all the time. Or I don't smoke all the time because
Boy, a lot of things change. This is why we don't smoke all the time, says the woman who smoked constantly during Crackhead Olympics.
munchies.
It's wild to remember a time before the edibles-induced gorge fests became the norm. I know she'd disagree, but the weight loss hasn't made her as healthy as she thinks, and she's declined significantly since even this video.
Much significantly. And for those who are wondering, like the cycles of Shantal and her health, let's see. She's done, I don't know how many starts for diets and getting healthy. Those never lasted long. And then she did the Ozempic, which is expensive. She tried taking Ozempic, but Ozempic prevented her from having the B moments. So she stopped taking the Ozempic. The only time that I have seen Shantal lose weight was when she was with Natter. And that was because she was on the, shall we call it, party powder. Because the party powder is a stimulant. And whenever you take a stimulant, that cuts your appetite. Shantal is a very out of control food addiction. So it takes something equally as powerful to cut her thoughts off of food. And you could honestly tell that she had lost weight. She said she lost about 70 pounds. I don't know how true that is, but you could actually see the weight loss in her face. You could see more of the cheekbones. The ears weren't pressed up against the side of her head. You could actually see that the weight was coming off, but she was using a very lethal way to do it.
She can maybe walk further now, but her mind is foobar.
Thanks, Annie. We have 330 likes, and I made $460 tonight.
Again, talking about the money, you tacky creature. Why would you talk about the money you're making while the live stream is going on?
The money talk is tacky.
Sarah, are you gonna thank Sarah for paying half our rent this month?
Yeah, thank you again, Sarah.
Yeah, that is tacky to bring that up.
Holy shit, how rude.
Actually, don't want. Sorry if I'm eating like a pig in your face, guys.
I mean, isn't that literally what your channel's about?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I watch myself eat in some of my videos, and I'm like, the fuck?
Sorry for doing my job.
Can you Google jar of farts for sale in Canada? I'm curious if people sell jars of farts.
Why, were you thinking about making jars of farts to sell to your Feedy people?
You can't have any pudding. You should watch this on shrooms.
No. She is not playing Pink Floyd right now. She did not put on Pink Floyd.
What kind of person I am in 3 words? Comic book geek. Best part of 2020 for me? Getting to move back in with my best friend. And also get to work from home.
Actually, you're not being truthful right here, Peetz. Moving back in with your best friend, shouldn't it be her moving in with you? Her name was never on the lease. Your name was on the lease. She was just a guest. And that is why you got screwed when she moved to Kuwait. She caused a lot of damages totaling into the thousands. And guess who was left holding the bag? You. You did. Because you're dumb.
My dad is not Scottish. He's Canadian. Favorite Powerpuff Girls girl? Bubbles. Yeah, gotta love Bubbles.
Hey guys, I'm a poo-poo's in the kitchen.
Cyberpunk.
How repulsive. Not seeing much crazy or wild here, to be honest.
Been watching the Let's Play that Modder Wellens is doing.
She walked from the kitchen toilet to the couch and sounds like she ran for 3 blocks with a
This is all for attention. She was fine a second ago, and now all of a sudden she's panting. This is her just wanting and needing attention again.
mongoose chasing her.
You ever get out of the breath
My
from the
mom,
bathroom?
she sometimes she still has a little bit of her Scottish accent. More whenever she's drinking.
She does.
More whenever
Whenever
she's
she calls you Jimmy.
And don't watch X-Files. Never watched X-Files.
Let's put.
Favorite Joker? The one you find in a deck of cards. I don't like the Joker character.
What time is it, Peetz?
Yeah, there she is, like just physically invading his space. She wants the attention back. She wants the attention on her. So look at the way she's invading his personal space to get the attention back, like try to scoot him over and get him out of the way.
108.
Okay. A little bit longer, I guess.
Is Shantal drunk? No.
No.
Yes, she does.
How did we meet?
Look at her just like doing everything for attention.
English class. Writer's craft.
Yeah, she is.
And Peetz wrote a ode. We had to do different kinds of like a haiku and ode. His ode was ode to a fatty, and at the end of it, he's like, "Eat a salad, fatty." And
Maybe he was talking about you.
like you could hear a pin drop in the room. Everyone was just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it was me trying to be edgy.
Not you, Amberlynn.
I was a teenager. I was a douche teenager.
Yeah, you were. So was I.
And that's how the two of you met and got along.
Teenagers are
Hi,
douches.
Chris.
It's what being a teenager is for.
Being a douche.
Yeah. And then learning how to not be a douche.
You failed,
It's hard.
Yeah.
Some people never learn how to not be a douche.
like you.
A pet fish? You want to get a pet fish?
Not really.
It's sad when you have to flush them down the toilet. Actually, we could feed it to the cats. No, you can't do that. That's just morbid.
Was I ever bullied? Nah, I wasn't really bullied.
Yes, you were, by Shantal. You don't want to talk about that, do you? You were bullied by Shantal. She and her friends made fun of you. The name Pete comes from pizza face. She took pictures of your private parts and passed them around to all her friends. She bullied you.
Even though I, like...
You should have been. I'm just joking.
Exactly. Like, I should have been bullied. I was a weird fucking kid.
You
But-
were? I'm kidding, Pete.
Well, yeah, because I'm not a kid anymore. But
Whatever.
now I'm just a weird fucking adult.
Guy
Ain't that the truth?
in our high school, his name was Claude, and everyone used to make fun of him. I think he had issues. I mean, he was severely bullied. It is so horrible when I think, oh man, I got mad one day. I was actually nice to this guy. I found him very interesting. He was in one of my writing classes. I met Pete in a writer's class in high school, and he was bullied. He was picked on. He just seemed to ignore it. We were leaving class at the same time together. We were just walking down the hall together, not really talking. One of the popular freaking douchebags comes down the hall, kind of shoves past him, and is like, "Look at this Einstein!" To Claude. I got so mad, I just lost it. I just went off on him. And like everyone was looking, even the guy was like shocked. He was big, big, big. He kind of reminded me of the bully from Billy Madison. O'Doyle rules! O'Doyle rules! I'm surprised he even knew who Einstein was. I was just like, he's a lot smarter than you, I can assure you of that. Attitude problem. I just had enough of his crap. And this guy was smart though. He just brushed it off. He never gave into it. He never paid attention to the hate. Just did his thing. Oh, high school. Kids can be so...
I don't know if he was smart to brush it off. Peetz has just always been a passive aggressive guy that he just doesn't like confrontation. That's just part of who he is. So he doesn't like confrontation. Not even with you, Shantal. Not even for all of the wrong, evil things you did to Peetz. He never confronted you about some of those things. And that has led to just all this built up anger and bad feelings. And sometimes it comes out explosively.
So mean. He was walking down the hall in this like stupid jock who looks like O'Doyle Rules from Billy Madison. He was like, "Hey, look at this genius!" right in Peetz's face. And Peetz was talking about something from class, and he just kept talking like the guy wasn't even there. And I was like, "Yeah, look at you, Einstein." And I like told him right off. He just like tuned him right out. I need to be Peetz when dealing with hate. Holy shit!
What?
It's 15.1.
This is her trying to get attention again. Oh my God, everybody pay attention to me. Let's talk about my blood sugar. Even though I've sat here and drank alcohol on live stream and tons of carbs, I am so surprised that my blood sugar level is way up there. How did that happen?
Is that
There's
bad?
like an arrow. I never seen the arrow before.
Is that bad?
Yeah, but I just ate. Is that good for just eating? Oh, alcohol.
Yeah, stupid. Alcohol is converted into what? Sugar.
Uh-oh, is that high? I feel okay. Shit. Okay, tomorrow.
Yeah, but it turns out you're dying.
So even like 3 years ago, her blood sugar was double than what it should have been. Imagine what it looks like now.
Don't joke about that. It's true. Opening a jar is a workout? That's a workout I can get behind. It's all short and fat like me, so I can't.
This is a level of incompetence in a 36-year-old woman that defies my understanding. How does this happen?
The neighbors are like, imagine. Can you cook? Can you? What was it? Can you quiet down? I'm sorry, I'm opening a jar of kimchi. Here. Be careful not to get any kimchi juice on you. I mean, do it. Thank you. Oh, smell.
No.
I mean, at least she said thanks.
Out of it.
Peetz is getting blown up. Leave him alone. You're taking away my friend.
Look at that. Jealous. People trying to talk to Peetz, women trying to talk to Peetz. They're just friends, right? They're just friends. They are not friends with benefits. They are just friends. And she's telling women to stop talking to him. You're going to take my friend away from me. Jealous, insecure female she is. You know what I think? I think she didn't like the idea of another woman coming along, catching Peetz's interest. And if a woman caught his interest and he got involved with that woman, she would no longer have control of him. She always wanted to maintain control of Peetz. So to control him, he had to be as lonely as she was. Good friend you are. Because the friends that I have, if any of them had a problem with me talking to other people, goodbye, friend. We're not friends anymore. I mean, how can you be a friend to somebody and tell them that they can't date people or pressure them not to date people or talk to people just because you want to have control of them?
Green isn't your best color, sweetie.
Okay. Can you mute your DMs? None of us are getting any.
She was just mad because nobody was blowing up her DMs. She was jealous because Peetz was getting attention.
Advice for young gay men bottoming for the first time?
Douche, I heard.
I don't think either of us are really probably.
95 was one of the best years for me. 95, 96.
She clearly didn't mature too much past the age of 15 or so this sadly makes sense.
My C. diff
There's way too much music in this.
rest. My C. diff is tired. I hope I don't have it anymore.
A walking petri dish of
I only
fungus.
wash my hands when I poop.
Co-op game? Neither of us are really into co-op games.
Oh, Peter!
She was always making weird noises just to keep attention on her.
Easy come.
What's wrong with Shantal? Oh, this will take a while.
Yeah.
And now more uncouth money talk.
We have officially
Want a
made.
swiper?
We have officially made in one night of just talking online. Made
Almost 600 bucks.
a week's worth of my pay.
You know that's like fucking 2/3 Sarah, right?
Holy shit.
Wow. You know that's 2/3 of what Sarah would make. What do you care what somebody makes, Shantal? That's rude. So you're basically throwing shade at somebody you don't even know and using super chats that people sent you, although you've done fuck all this night. You didn't earn that money. You weren't putting on an entertaining stream. You're just sitting there eating, drinking, smoking your vape pen. So somebody's interested in Peetz and you're going to put that person down. But the two of you are extremely tacky for bringing up how much money you've made. Like using that as a flex. When it's not a flex because neither one of you earned that money for real.
Was
How
it
rude.
Sarah? Her name was Sarah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm like I have
Yeah,
brain.
Sarah. And she did donate like. Yeah, literally this is like a week's worth of my pay.
Ooh, tragically hit.
I don't think I'm really a feeder now.
You're just an eager enabler.
Now he's not, Peetz was never a feeder. He's just an enabler. You know, like go along with the flow. Not going to speak out against it. Not that if he did, anything would change. Shantal's going to be Shantal. She's going to do whatever Shantal wants to do. And that's one of the reasons I'm sure why they became friends in the first place, is because he's a passive guy. And she's much more dominant, bossy. And whenever somebody around her is bossy, they're going to butt heads.
It is. It's the music from Mbop. Beth Ditto? Oh yeah, she's cool. I do like her.
Look at him.
Oh, sorry, Vespa.
A party. Let's revisit last New Year's Eve, when you sat in a hotel room in Cornwall and lied to your audience about being alone.
Because I always bail on her. And I rented a hotel room for 2 nights. Nice hotel room that I'm in right now by myself. I don't know, just started feeling like really, 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 really down and anxious. And I feel like a bad friend.
You are a bad friend.
Anyway, this is like a side of an.
And notice she's playing around with her nose. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Play with that nose.
New Year's as it gets, like alone in this hotel room. I honestly just want to go home.
You know, some people could rent a room for themselves just to get away and like just chill. Some people have that ability just to say, I'm going to go do something alone, have some alone time, you know, rent a place by the beach and just go walk along the sand. That is not her. That's not what she does. If she's renting a hotel or a motel room, there's a reason. And it usually involves another person.
And hide away. I don't want to be. Bell-bottom jeans. Where does the junk go?
Why is that your first thought? And why vocalize it?
I think if I had a penis and I was a man and I had a penis and balls, my penis and balls would be claustrophobic.
Why are you like this?
Why are you like this? I got that same question. I've been trying to figure that out for the last 3 or 4 years. Why is she like that?
You know what? I'm ready to call it wraps on 2021. Anyone else with me?
You had to listen to Ryan's.
Yeah, if only they knew what life would look like at 6 months from this moment. Like this was back when Shantal had slivers of normalcy. They didn't have it often, but you know, there were little moments when she still acted somewhat normal. When she was still Shantal Marie, when the online YouTube persona Foodie Beauty hadn't taken completely over and it turned into a complete blown up caricature of herself, she was still a little bit of Shantal here.
We just skip 2021. Go straight to 2022.
I agree. Heck.
If you only knew then what was in store for you in just a few months.
Right?
All the tacky talk about how much money they were getting and who gave the most annoyed me. So here's a bonus.
If I would take that seriously, I mean, that's illegal if I'm not mistaken, right? And you have kids. So how responsible is that of you to have a live stream where people are talking about stalking someone? That's like straight up harassment and ridiculous. But anyways, the border's closed because of COVID, in case you didn't notice. And I don't think these people will travel. I don't think they have the means to. But so let's just play this out. You somehow get across the border to come stalk me. And
even all the way back then, she was claiming that reactors stalk her. As if anyone is going to take their time out of their busy lives and spend money, on a plane ticket, a train ride, just for a glimpse of Shantal. Shantal, you're not that important. No one cares.
And so you find out where I live, you come stalk me, I see you creeping in the bushes or whatever the fuck you want to do. I call the cops, game over, and you're in trouble and you have kids to look after.
She so wishes to have stalkers. In her mind, she's more important than what she actually is. She thinks any reactor is going to just drop their normal life, fly to Canada, and creep around everywhere all over Canada, Ottawa, and Montreal looking for her. We just react to you, Shantal. But we're not going to spend our time or our money looking for you.
How about that? You know? I don't know. That's just, yeah. Anyway, I mean, that's just like taking it too far. Like, YouTube is one thing, but like actual criminal activity. But I'm not surprised because you are a criminal. Okay, so like you can call me fat all you want, Charlie. And you are too, in case you need a mirror. Okay, I think we should do some super chats or some donations to get Charlie a full-length mirror. What do you guys think? I think that would be a good idea. I think I saw some on Wayfair for like $100. Okay, if we can raise money, I'll send her a friggin' full-length mirror. I don't care. I'll send her one of my scales too. All right, so let's have some tea. It was hot.
Girl, that's not a mug, that's an entire vase. Just to be clear, the funds from all super chats sent during the stream will be used to purchase a mirror for Charlie, ship the mirror, including in purchase, send via mail a scale to Charlie. Yes?
So she said the super chats she got would be used to buy a mirror for Charlie. And she was going to send the mirror plus a scale to Charlie. Okay, got it.
I don't know, but I'm totally just, you can think, okay, well, hey, Charlie, she's a bully. Thank you for the super chat and your message.
And surprise, surprise, whatever super chat she got this night did not go for anything except herself and her fast food and her party favors.
Anyway, a hormonal issue, and it's so hard. Sorry, Satan. Thanks, Satan, for the super chat. Keep being you. Thank you. Your body changes, like all the hormones that regulate appetite and sugar and everything. It's become so. Why is Marissa? Hi, I'm always late for the drama. Moonlight. Hi, Marissa. Thanks for the super chat, girl. Carolyn, I know you're a good person, hon. Been here since day one. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you so much. Oh, my tree. It's Sally. I did a video with Peetz. It's uploading. Hi, Evan. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, cool, Eric. Where's Joe? Joe, he's probably like, oh my God, I can just imagine the.
Joe, Karate Joe, her former main mod, that was a convicted PDF file. Yeah, the one that she called her internet husband, that after he went to jail, she defended him. He said, why are people coming after him? He did his time. He did his time to society. And let's add to that the fact that she was a mod for Dragon Lord Frodo in Cyrax. And let's take it even further. She modded for Shanty for Christ. And for those who don't know the history of Shanty for Christ, well, Rev, her husband, was guilty of hurting the kids. So it's interesting when you look at the people that Shantal surrounds herself with. Like, they've all got a dark past. They all got a dark history, very dark. Even Peetz, even him, because he wrote great fiction. Yeah, him, that guy. There's always something a little off with some of the people that Shantal associates with. Birds of a feather flock together. So, Shantal, you've been known to associate with, talk to, and mod for PDF files, people who hurt kids, scumbags. I guess that means you must be a scumbag too. And why not? You're a predator too.
Trolls you had. Lucy Lou, Shantal, YouTube struck. I was live. It's down. Thank you for the super chat. Good. Keep it coming. Jesus. The fact people are watching that show. Like, come on now. Bologna? What is that? Bologna Bear? Let's change the vibe of this live. That was a few of the Halloween costumes you wore as a kid. Love you, girl. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, you are the one, the pansexual. Yes. Yeah, you have no right talking about my love life or what I do in the bedroom when you I'm not going to delete my stream. It's going to stay up and I'm going to earn ad revenue off of her name. I've already made $136 on this stream.
Tacky, always talking about the money. I made this much. I made that much. And yeah, she did dirty delete this. But she always felt it important to let people know how much money she had.
So,
but when is the last time you've made $136 on your stream, Shantal? It's been a while. Yeah, I remember back in the day when you used to make hundreds of dollars in super chats, but it's been years. You haven't made good money in super chats in years. Now you're down to like maybe $50 at most, $12, $15. My, how the mighty have fallen.
311 thumbs up. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, hit it up. YouTube is for entertaining people, not causing drama and grief in other people's lives.
Says the person who doxes other people. If that's the way you feel, that it's just for entertainment purposes, why were you over there doxing people and having other people around you dox people? Answer me that.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we have $150, enough for a full-length mirror.
Oh, geez. Shut up with talking about money.
What's your address? I'll mail it.
So, Tacky. You know what, Shantal? I'm going to share a little something with you. My experience with people. Usually the people that don't have money are the ones who talk the most about money. Like bragging how much they have. People that have money don't talk about their money. You know, because it's no big deal. It's just an everyday thing for them. They don't feel the need to show their money off or talk about how much money they have in the bank or brag about what cars they might have or the home that they purchased. It's a whatever. With somebody who really has money, it's a whatever thing. It's the people that don't have money. They brag about money. That's just me. That's just from what I've learned in life. The more broke you are, the more you got an ego, the more you're going to brag about money. I just got this money. Who cares? Shut up.
And rushing to lose weight, taking a break and then rushing to lose weight so you can prove you're better than me. That's just stupid. And most of those bigger reaction channels don't talk about target one person and insult them all the time.
Reacting to somebody is not targeting them. You're just giving a reaction, Shantal.
Kate McGuire. Thank you, Kate. Thank you for the super chat. Mike, I know. I do what I want. You guys like my blogs more? What the hell? Maybe I'll include more. Maybe I'll do like a good. Hi, Alice in Wonderland. Thank you for the super chat, Louis, too. Maybe I'll do like half and half. I don't know. I'd like to make. Have a good night, guys. Thank you so much for the likes and for the.
Yeah, like we're about done here, but this was like during Crackhead Olympics. This is all she did. Stayed home, either streamed from her kitchen or from her bedroom or the living room. Like she never went anywhere. She didn't do anything. And if she did, it was because she was going over to see Natter. Like her life was just void of anything going on. She had no life, so she was always trying to just go over to Natter's place because then she had some company. But I want to go over this New Year's Eve with y'all. Again, courtesy of Truth Is. Much appreciated that you posted this Truth Is. I will leave a link down below for the original video for those who would like to watch all of it without the react. And thank you guys for watching. And please stay safe out there. Please stay safe. If you have to get on the road, do defensive driving. Look around you. There are going to be people out there that are drinking and driving when they shouldn't. And I'll see you guys next year. Take care now. Bye-bye.